the teacher team elaborated lecture classes from 2015 and broadcasted the online courses in September. Get award of 2017 outstanding lecture class in
并且于9月录制完成，在线上平台开课。以上平台呢，就与上海交通大学、宜兰大学
to try to type it and then broadcast it online. This is about 10,000 people. They learn it from online.
2017年摩克斯标杆课程奖的肯定，得奖的理由是兼具禅意。
And this award, 2017 outstanding lecture class. The reason for getting the award is the class material content with both Zen and humanities. More than 10,000 people attended the classes, and the learning community is quite extensive. The essence of education is to conserve life energy, play the value of life. We guide our students see the bigger world. One person learns, the whole team operates at the backstage. We research the class materials from cross-country, cross-domain, and guest prize all the time. We can move forward with positive strength. Discuss the class content with students in online platform. Students gradually enhance their self-cultivation and give us great feedback during classes. The digital tea ceremony classes are taught in Indonesia, Tzu Chi, Taiwan, and Indonesia Education Mission side the lecturer project. We used about half a year to set up this MOOCs program, and then we set up all the material. And after when the program is broadcasted, and then we get awarded, and then a lot of people and get to be involved. They can attend the classes during the MOOCs. And I'm happy to see that the TV program, Humanity in Jingsi Ceremony, has been broadcasted in the media and become international. This is the integrating learning of intellectual, perceptual, and awareness. The mission is passing on the Jingsi lineage, include the Tzu Chi, humanity, heritage, education, life education, and life and the equity. My PPT seems a little bit not smooth. You can speak. No need to show us the PPT. Just like I missed one. This is the Indonesia. Yeah, I missed this one. Because the digital tea ceremony classes are taught in Indonesia, Tzu Chi, Taiwan, and Indonesia Education Mission signed a natural project and train the Indonesian tea ceremony teachers. And there is a class called MOU 2019. Ceremony class starts in Indonesia International School. This is called blending learning, action research.
请提升学习的热忱，也扩展了学习的深度。
We found that this blended learning is really effective, and then we do some talking, and we show them the video, and then this is the digital teaching. Blended teaching method due to the innovation and diversity of the teaching method. We have our action research in our university, general resource art classes.
因为我们相信科技接轨呢，力量能够加持。
At the moment, people are fear of the learning of through the learning of tea ceremony. They can feel the quietness and the fear will reduce a bit. Jingsi University has tea ceremony promoting class. Today is the ending ceremony. Students calm their hearts, pick up the tray and offer tea to the participants. And from 2015, we have the MOOCs online teaching and spreading out. A lot of people attend online. And start from 2021, we start to get the blessing from master. So we music and this is the special time at the moment. We need to relax in this busy world. We listen to the music and the smell of the tea. We have to self-cultivate and spread out through Dharma. I want to share with you, bring the people to come to Huiting to learn the humanity manner. We put tools to their fixed position. Jingsi tea takes before the sleep. We can reflect ourselves. Did we speak anything wrong or do something wrong? Transform our habits. Tea can be blended into our daily essential route. In 2015, online college was expressed. Tea ceremony taught through digital learning. In 2021, we plan the online platform, spread out Tzu Chi humanity to the whole world through power of digital. And the true concept of Jingsi tea ceremony spread through gradually in this fourth world. Thank you very much for the teacher Liuxiu. When we see her, we will be really a little bit calm and more gentle. Because tea ceremony gives people the power of calm and stability. Hope that everyone can have a pure heart, happy all the time, and offer a cup of warm tea to family and friends. Pass the human warmth from our generation to next generation. And thank you very much for the teacher Liuxiu. That is for inside Taiwan and outside in the from the overseas camp. Jilin actually is in USA. That is tea ceremony. Thank you very much for your sharing. Bonnie Yun is say hello to teacher. I'm very touched from your teaching sharing, and you speak very slow. It is from USA. She is in Taipei. She has been to your tea ceremony classes. I like to be quiet. When I'm quiet, I can find the beautiful of my heart. Teacher, you see that when you share, there is a lot of feedback. People say that your background is so beautiful, is very much for your topic. Then thank you very much. From Canada. Today I'm late, so I missed a lot from the beginning. I start from the poem, and then I can listen to teachers sharing.
在结束以后，我们很快会把每一个老师的时间点写上去，所以即便是3小时，你的手指轻轻一滑。
Doesn't matter when you are miss any classes because we have 3 hours reading group, and then after that, after our class, we will put the interesting topics onto the Facebook. Please remember to press like and share. Thank you for the teacher sharing. This is really a self-cultivation for the tea ceremony. Hope that I can go into this quietness atmosphere inside the tea ceremony. Her wordings is so beautiful, like poems. The learning tea ceremony, I'm really I can feel that my heart is purified. I'm very calm. I think that I believe that you are the first time to write down your feedback. This is because of the Liuxiu teacher. This is from her power. He sipped the tea and then spread out the Dharma to the world. Today, I have some recommendation. Actually, the teachers' classes you can go through from the MOOCs, our online classes from our Tzu Chi University. Is more than 10,000 people attended the class. Actually, the teacher Liuxiu is very famous in the world because all her tea ceremony classes and her sign language is all spread out to the world, all the countries. When you go to any of our Jingsi bookshop, you can see that we have different kinds of tea. And then when you take the tea match up with our biscuit, it is really good taste. This is some books from the tea ceremony. Although we are not really understand, but when you look at the pictures and the works, you can see that it is you can really. And then we have more self-cultivation. Some people recommended me to go to learn the tea ceremony. I talked to myself, if I go, maybe we will spoil the atmosphere there because myself is not too calm and not too gentle. Look at all these books that is from tea ceremony. Hope that everybody can go into the tea ceremony. Every people, when you're online, please give us the feedback. Please, it's not very easy to invite teacher Liuxiu to share with us today. Please leave your feedback as soon as possible.
姐妹真的是让我们感动。来自日本的岸也会说，今天虽然音质有一点小状况。
And it is true, her sisters, 5 of them in her family, is really touching. Their contribution to Tzu Chi and listen to what Master said and spread out the Dharma.
后来现在声音应该是好的吧？只有在前面有10分钟，有10分钟。好。
Today I'm very lucky. I can listen to what Liuxiu teacher said. Can drink her the wisdom water.
世界各地净化人心哦，而我们这里的
I'm very happy today. I can hear that how Tzu Chi ceremony can use the digital technology to spread out the true Dharma.
查到了超想念的哈，那我们雅布马六甲峰会的芙蓉，
Yeah, just not 2 years already. Not go to the Taiwan to join the tea ceremony classes. I miss very much. I like your sharing very much. Thank you, Sister Liwa. I love you too much. From Zai, thank you for the sharing. This is really a very good art. Yes, another people say that thank you very much, Liuxiu Ma. Let us give our teacher Liuxiu a very big clap. At the moment, we start our exercise. And this is a very familiar team. Look at who is it. This is Sapin, Huiyu, I Soling. This is our exercise team.
一点也不违和哈，所以各位，我们要在这边告诉大家喽。
Have you seen them when they put on the Dai technology, the uniform, and then take out the book and all the tea ceremony product? It is really warm.
全管、全数、全额来加码给我们的防疫的疫苗。 继续到这个月的月底，所以无论您在哪里，请把讯息告诉大家。如果你像我一样已经响应了，还再去看看有没有要自用送人的。如果你还没有，更是要走一趟。我们一起来水洗，然后借由大爱感恩来加入我们的济济爱心，齐心防疫这样的一个共善。
Because of the story from the Dai Eye technology, because they said that the first in the center, the first business they donated to the vaccine. So now we start.
Now, welcome our activity team to do the exercise. Now, our first song is Healthy Hand Washing Song. And everybody, please stand up and do the exercise with us. And friends, are you ready? Stretch out your hands. Wear your face mask. Let's do it together. Turn the tap on and off. After washing, dry your hands. Wash your hands before eating. And also wash your hands when you get home. Don't touch your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Don't touch, and don't touch. Remember 7 steps of washing the hands. In, out, between fingers, thumbs, fingernails, and wrists. Wear your face mask when it's crowded. Wear your face mask in the enclosed area. Fold the face mask and put it in your pocket or bag when not in use. Don't touch your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Don't touch, and don't touch. Remember 7 steps of washing the hands. In, out, between fingers, thumbs, fingernails, and wrists. Friends, are you with me? We are going to speed up now. Turn the tap on and off. After washing, dry your hands. Wash your hands before eating, and also wash your hands when you get home. Don't touch your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Don't touch, and don't touch. Remember 7 steps of washing the hands: in, out, between, fingers, thumbs, fingernails, and wrists. Wear your face mask when it's crowded. Wear your face mask in the enclosed area. Fold the face mask, put it in your pocket or bag when not in use. Don't touch your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Don't touch, and don't touch. Remember 7 steps of washing the hands: in, out, between, fingers, thumbs, fingernails, and wrists. And our next song is The Happy Magicians.
那这下子幸福魔法师，这个那你先讲一下话，我马上搜寻。
是的，我们等一下幸福魔法师呢要送给大家一起幸福。
And our next song we're going to give everyone happiness. Now with the music, we'll begin the song. Okay. Life is unavoidable if our both hands are empty. You say this is called karate. It's a good reason to practice Kung Fu. Life is always lack of something. If others have difficulties, you say we must help them because we have good Kung Fu. If there is a heavy rain outside, the house will be very wet inside. You say it's like playing bells and drums, and just the right time to sing along. Others complain and not satisfied. It's like a silly person asking for worries. You say that you must have happiness, so that life will be happy and happy. You say that if you practice karate, you have the opportunity to show your Kung Fu. To begin something from nothing, we must figure out things for ourselves. We are the happy magicians. Change and change, change and change, change and change. We will turn sour into sweet. You will make bitter disappear. Change and change, change and change, change and change. A cup of rice can turn into a pot of rice, and this is your expertise. Let's all move together. From the beginning, life is unavoidable if our both hands are empty. You say this is called karate. It's a good reason to practice Kung Fu. Life is always lack of something. If others have difficulties, you say we must help them because we have a good Kung Fu. If there is a heavy rain outside, the house will be very wet inside. You say it's like playing bells and drums, and just the right time to sing along. Others complain and not satisfied. It's like a silly person asking for worries. You say that you must have happiness so that life will be happy and happy. Work hard, you can enjoy it as a happy way. You say that you practice karate and you have the opportunity to show your Kung Fu. To begin something from nothing, we must figure out things for ourselves. We are the happy magicians. change and change, change and change, change and change. You will turn sour into sweet. You will make bitter disappear. When things not going well, you will turn them into something interesting. Change and change, change and change, change and change. A cup of rice can turn into a pound of rice, and this is your expertise. Change and change, change and change, change and change. You will turn sour into sweet. You will make bitter disappear. When things not going well, you will turn them into something interesting. Change and change, change and change, change and change. We are the happy magicians, and we wish everyone safe and well. Thank you.
刚刚是我的疏忽哦，日子我竟然给他跳到那么快哈。那现在给我们简报画面好不好？来，简报大家有没有看到？刚才他们3位呢，在上个星期的时候呢，也有去响应哦。所以呢，带来好消息是这一波我们大爱感恩科技的积极爱心齐心防疫呢，我们加入疫苗好不好？那请到全省、全管、全额一起来加入。所以如果你还没有
And we encourage everyone to support the vaccine in Da'ai Technology stores. Thank you.
First of all, very thankful to Sister Wang Hui because her story is very, very touching. Last week, her sharing was really, really touching to a lot of people, everyone. And she works behind the scenes, follow up with all the interviews and interview all the technical studio people, let everyone know what happened behind the scenes. So it is really very grateful. So this very touching that Sister Wang Hui share it with everyone on the platform so that we know what's happening behind the scene. So, and then we also have sharing from Liuxiu from North Carolina, Kaohsiung Online Book Club English Interpreting Team. He also talked about the September 8th of the talks about of promotion of vegetarianism. And he said that this is really the great education and the vegetarianism, and also about the donation, the charity, and all that. Don't see yourself small. You can all do it. So Brother Yao also said that that 55 years, the large scales of the thoughts of behavior of Master, now it is all real now. So we all don't underestimate what we all can do. And also we have Sister Effie last week, where she shared with us about what she learned, everything from the Kaohsiung online study group and the platform. So now we have Principal and CEO of the Tzu Chi Education, Principal Wang Benrong. We are very grateful to have Principal here. So even during the pandemic, and it is grateful that now that Principal can join us with us here today. And even though now we are open and less restriction of the pandemic, we still advise Principal Wong, like it's okay that even if you don't come to the stage, it's okay, just for safety reason and all that. So so let's just let everyone what we can see on the screen now. And yes, you can see on the stage is quite empty, not many people. Because of the pandemic, we rather not have people be here for safety reason. So it's my way of thinking, of course, even though everyone is really excited that if they can all join on stage, like how we used to have everyone here. But yeah, it's this pandemic, we have to be careful. So here we can see the group here who is also on the stage. Our technical team all on the stage here. They are up there in the second floor and continuously work behind the scenes to have all this broadcast for everyone to see. So for our principal here, the principals have been really dedicated and have been spending a lot of time and with the leading the group and also come up with books and all that for everyone to have more understanding about the pandemic and about what has been done behind the scenes. He's going to share with us. So here is the book here that has been is been developed and have been illustrated by our own Apan, and she spent a time drawing and illustrate so they people can understand from the book easier instead of just reading. So using illustrative ways is a good way of communicating and letting people know about the health and the virus and so on. So drawing is not too hard for me, but when I first got the role, I was thinking like, can I do it? But when I start drawing it, I could do it. So principals say that this is a way of how we can share more knowledge to people using illustrative pictures and all that. It is really really beneficial to a lot of readers. So here it is a book, like a comic book, but actually so we can see the drawings to represent actors and in the book in a short time. In a short period of time, looking at the pictures, you can see how Apan can do and share all the information to readers. It's just talking about bacteria in our intestines and what we should do, how we should be vegetarians, have high fibers and all that to benefit our own health. So we really want to encourage everyone to purchase these books, promote these books, because it is very educational and very knowledgeable, especially in time of pandemic. This is information of what we should how we should help ourselves. These books also encourage promotion of being vegetarian. So this is a good book that we want to share with everyone. Thank you, Apan. Also in this here, I also want to especially thank our principal CEO of the Tzu Chi Education. So the last time principal here sharing, we really enjoy his sharing, and then now we want to have him sharing again with everyone. So in August, he was here as well to share with us. So he said like through this pandemic, like from lockdown and on individual household to locking down in the city and in the country, it is almost like the complete lockdown. But still, Kaohsiung book club, through book club, we all can still be together online to continue spreading the Dharma teachings, as well as the stories of all Tzu Chi's story of Tzu Chi people. And this is really, really touching. So from Kaohsiung, Jingsi, to everywhere, all the sharings of powerful people and all these teachings and all that are spread all over the world. So for the whole world, brothers and sisters, this is like the quantum mechanics of Kaohsiung is like an atomic nucleus that the speed of thousands of meters revolves around all these nucleus like a cloud, where everyone can still join into the book club. In this, besides being the principals of the Tzu Chi University and a medical professor, he also can. What else can he do? You can see that he is also involved in the kitchen, and everyone and they are busy cooking. Tzu Chi 55th anniversary. CEO was there to help cook the breakfast for everyone, and so in this CEO also talk about in the performance taken the 55th anniversary. Principal share that even through performance we can share the Dharma and master's teaching as well. We are closer to master by watching, even though the performance was in Chinese about Buddhism, but the content and the knowledge of the teaching, the educations, all can be used and applied to our daily life. So principal is also very thankful to the medical team, the students. Yeah. And so when students before they graduate, all the students are also encouraged to join the Learn from the Thai TV about conduct learning, etiquette, and respect, gratitude, and compassion. And this is really important for the students, because it's not just about studying, but it's also about how we carry ourselves when we come out to work and when we face challenges in our lives. So and the next video is about the Tainan Tzu Chi High School, and this is the 13th anniversary of the Tainan High School. And you can also see like all the education volunteer support behind the scenes is very important in education. Education is about nurturing knowledge to students. We can see this Yichen Mama and Tzu Chi Papa, parents, and everyone continuously supporting the students. So education is really, really vital in our daily lives. So here, and due to this situation, also like in this pandemic, we also work together with the Nanjing University in China and Tzu Chi University in Taiwan have online meeting with Nanjing University in China to share all medicines sources, how Chinese medicine can also be incorporated to the Western medicine as a complementary medicine to act as to combat this virus. And so this is really amazing, and very grateful to principals, our CEO, Tzu Chi University. He joined in a lot of different activities, and he's always there in whatever activities. He tried his best to also take part and contribute and to share with us. So every time when I read his books then read his journals and his documents and all that, I'm very touched of how much knowledge and how much information he can share with us. I like to be with you because you have all the strength. Hi, CEO Wang. How are you? Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Very grateful to have this opportunity to be online to share with everyone. So for these 30 years, for me, it is a very, very grateful to be close with Master to share all the teachings and sharing compassion and love with everyone. So through education, we can share that, we can learn and share that with everyone. I always think that in Master in using her time to teach us, to share with us all the teachings, and even though with the at the time and business of so much going on, Master never stopped teaching us and sharing with us. So it's just like from the way the Dharma that we are learning, we can see like is actually Dharma is just like what we should know is that it's ourselves and the universe. Actually, there is connection. Something out there out of nothing. So in this vast universe, there is this time and space, and in this time and space, we exist in this world. So because of our existence in this universe, we enter to the level of consciousness at the same time with the universe. So we can actually participate and expand in the space and do a lot. So life is like a fantasy. Who is this worldly meeting? And this book is a saying like who am I when my parents are not born? So without my parents, there's no me. And who am I if I can't breathe? So there is no me as well. So life to me is like a big question. Is it like why we give birth? And what is the human being? What is the meaning of life? What is the essence of life? And the phenomena of life and the purpose of life. So I start with from small me. Small me, actually, it is my own self, because our small self is always have this desire and fear. We have this originally have this afflictions and sins in us as human. And this is not necessarily a bad thing, but we get offended easily because of our self-awareness of others. So often we get angry very fast. And because of the I, so we defend ourselves very quickly, just like the politicians. Everything is about me. So small. So in this universe, small me actually will create a lot of delusions and these desires. Yeah. So the small me is also like about seeing things that you don't like. You can easily become unhappy. You can have greed, anger, and ignorance, and that's like delusions all the time. They accompany with all the afflictions. So whereas the big me, the big self is not just me, but it's also the society as a whole. So in society as a group is included in this big me. So as we know, People cannot survive on its own. We live in a pack, just like the animals who live in a pack, and assume responsibilities in the societies together. So doesn't matter how big the responsibility is. If we work together, we can establish this social relationship with each other and work as a group to benefit each other. And depending, of course, on the power of the group. So individualities and powers cannot operate independently. But if we are deeply embedded in a group, in the society, that's how we can expand this power. So in the big self as well, like the big me, there is we can see there is divided into three groups, like human to human. And in human to human, there is a lot of contradictions and afflictions, interactions, and conflict between people. And human to group, then it is a group interest and values, and then group to group is a lack of is about wisdom and landed into bigger responsibilities. So without me, there is the next one is without me. It is like the universal, like from the birth of elements, and we can see these elements make up of human. From the elements of the space, these elements are all make up of human beings. All of us come from this universe, just like the Big Bang theory, where it's like the speed of thousands of meters resolve around this nuclear thing. So humans come into existence at the same time, whereas the stellar nuclear fusion as well, and where all the atoms in the universe began as hydrogen, and inside the stars transform hydrogen into helium and radiation, and then the last one is the supernova exploding in the end of the star. So we can see here in the elements of the body, of human body, what it is make up is actually oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen, and total of 96%. But the know me, definitely it is a big, totally full of confusion. From the endless and boundless views of the universe, life, we have to understand life is just a moment. Life and death is an instant if it happen together, as true as false, as drunk as awake. Light is like an illusion, like a bubble, like a shadow, such as high and low, as long as short. Like love, there is love and hate. Also, there's joy and sadness, such as cuts and rough edges. But you can also grind and polishing it. It's polishing the cuts, and grinding is just like polishing our own ego. Knowing that everything has cause and effect, so everything is round. It's like the circle of the Tathagata. And nothing is actually in our life. We have to understand that the meaning of life is actually is empty, is meaningless. The answer to life is that is actually there's no answer. When I live, it seems like I never die, and when die, it seems like I never live. So so we have to understand that. However, Tzu Chi's people are very different to other people, because we see life we like from small life to from small self to big self to no self, and we can see that and carry out ourselves and always mindful and what this Buddhist our path. So Tzu Chi, the four footprints, as we all know, is that we know Tzu Chi people know the suffering, the transforming lives, and practicing or take action, and also benefit all beings. Here you can see that that Tzu Chi people, again, we practice the four footprints, the four great vows. So we do without asking no award, with no appearance and no gain, yet we do it for continue doing. And we know life is impermanent, and we turn them into a joyful act. So all this is very functional and very practical for all Tzu Chi people actually carry out this Bodhisattva path. here we can see like why there's monastic practice is actually we are one family. The truth of the world is also the truth of the Dharma. And these two truths brought us together to create a more harmonious life. So Dharma lineage is what we learn is like take the prajna as the body, observe the Dharma and use this magical, the true essence of these deeds and practice it. And here you can see like a great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. So a great leader is one that transforms not themselves, but also transforming other people's life. So when Tzu Chi people receive a mission, something to do, they will straight away carry out the action and do. So when we start doing it and our life is actually better because we learn, and then when we face with any challenges or any problems, we face it and deal with it and learn from it and apply the teachings in it, the teachings of Dharma in it. So that's what makes me big Tzu Chi people a better people and know how to carry out themselves. So, and we know that human always face with like conditions, situations, many different situations, but we should have this wisdom and compassion to carry out the work. So name and appearance is not important. The life of all beings, we need to understand that. So like even the monastic and no one can control the length of our lives or what we can do and what we can't, because only we can do it and control the time. So everything happens in seconds and minutes, and we must seize the moment. This is the paradigm shift. And this book it is important that we see that we need to understand that body path is illusory. It's all round. So Master always teaches from this Lotus Sutra book, like 1 to infinity, infinity to all. So we have to know that and not hurt anyone. Tzu Chi people are round. There's no sharp edges. So this is also the power and discipline of Tzu Chi people. Impossible is nothing because we continue carrying out mission. We make it possible. So in Tzu Chi people, all of us, we all work together and try to solve the problem. So in Tzu Chi history, like there is no such thing as impossible. Everything is possible for us. Step by step, slowly we can do it. We did it. So like actually like this is the universe is just like a wordless book. So it's no word in the book. We have to understand life is like a misty forest. The wisdom of meditation is very important because it taught us and bring us a better, healthier lifestyle. If we understand that, we have to discipline ourselves and have self-control. And through this quality, like humanity education as Tzu Chi, we can carry out our duties in a happy and joyful way, and we must be humble. Here is the knowledge we all know, like living beings treating animals like coal, kill them whenever we want. And every year we kill 80.6 billions of animals. So this is really scary. And we must put a stop to it. So now it's like killing animals. The animal cemetery is like the speed train. So again, every year, like in Taiwan, we kill 8 million pigs, 35,000 cattle, and 370 millions of chickens slaughtered every day. So that is like 84 kilograms of meat each year, each person's in average consume. So in the life livestock industry, it is really, really scary. They are the culprit. So like you can see the greenhouse effect of methane is like 23 times that of carbon dioxide, and this is and that of nitrous oxide is 300 times. Emission of 32.6 billion metric tons of greenhouse gases each year, accounting for 51% of the total global emissions. And livestock feed is also close to half of the world food, and water use is close to 70%. So in this pandemic, in this global outbreak, we can see like destroying the habitat. Now we have this virus and parasites, animals carrying virus, and that's why we need to know that and should stop killing. Humans eat everything. The strength of the COVID virus actually lies in the weakness of the virus as well. The virus constantly mutates, recombines, and replicates. So in this global pandemic, why do we still want to kill them? Kill these animals who are very innocent. So like a person like eating 84 kilograms of meat a year in average, it is really a big number. And if all of us take actions and be vegetarian, we will help to reduce the seriousness of the pandemic. This is actually just like a human. This is like a collective suicide for all human in a big scales. The three major calamities, like the water, fire, and the wind, are all happening. The three minor calamities, the famine, the pandemic, war, is also happening if we don't do something about it. So in here, we need to be clever. We should know that we should be vegetarian, lead a simple life, be smart and simple. So that is the key is be smart and simple. Vegetarian food is 80% full. Just have vegetarian food and only 80% full. In that way, we can all help shoulder the responsibility and help to reduce this killing of animals and the green emission, the greenhouse effect. These 5 rounds of vegetarian food, and why we want to go for vegetarian is really for charity, for health, for recycling, for peace, and for safe of the environmental. We got to be repair. We got to be repair and be grateful. Got to respect all beings and treat all beings equally. And by doing so, only we can combat this pandemic. So vegetarian is very simple. It's not very hard to understand, and we shouldn't have doubts and have afflictions when someone asks us to be a vegetarian. Don't say like we can't help, we can't be vegetarian. Don't refuse and reverse. Must pick and choose to be vegetarian. So as we can see, the never citing Buddha say that go vegetarian and be good, kind to others. So all sentient beings, what Buddha say, all of us have Buddha nature, and we have those Buddha's thinking as well. So we have all this great compassion, body great wisdom. We know the equality and the wisdom are in us. That is what Tzu Chi people have. And in our cultivation, while we cultivate, Tzu Chi people cultivate, learn the Dharma, we know all the essence of the Dharma. And we carry out with do practice and help others with great compassion. We need to understand that death is, when we die or when we're facing death in life, is actually is you have to think of it. It's an equality thing. when we live and then we die. So even when we die, lots of people come together, gathering together to say goodbye to us. It's just like the canopies, and doesn't and through lots of people attending your funeral, like a mountain, like thousands of mountains. Yet we have to understand that at the end, we actually just walk alone. Whether you are VIP or you are somebody important, when you die, it's just a RIP, the rest in peace that we all have. You walk alone. So all of us are equal. Doesn't mean that you are one better than the other. It's not like that. We are all equal. So life and death is actually predestined. Life is not just a process of from birth to death, but it also our life actually rooted in the history of the universe and the earth. If we follow the universe, and create history. So the earth evolved around us, and if you want to know what happens to your next life, you actually should start doing good things now, and to do follow the bodhisattva path, and that the next chapter of your life will be good. So in this book, there is a really great wisdom in this book, is telling us, like, while we live, our body is of use of us, but after we've passed away, it can be even greater use for us. So all sentient beings are non-birth, non-existent. To see birth and death in vain is like the reincarnation of our life and death. When we understand that, we know that about life and death, then heaven and earth, we understand that heaven and earth have the same road with us, and everything then is how it happened and all that. That is when we can actually be more acceptant to the life and death, and to carry out good work. And Tzu Chi education, or Tzu Chi University, is really a great learning place. And we actually also have this silent silent mentor program, and we have some donors. We encourage donors to donate their bodies for research, for medical students to learn. So, and some families of the donor even have to rush and try to deliver the bodies of the dead just to fulfill what their wish to the hospitals, as the body needs to be within 8 hours. We have to operate on it. So, and we really be grateful, because though these donors are unable to speak, they can still teach the most important lessons to the doctors. More than anatomy or surgery skills, they actually teach the young doctors respect, gratitude, and compassion. So because of this, what we do with this anatomy teaching, our Tzu Chi universities are very different to any other universities. We incorporate humanistic into our courses, make us very outstanding university. So our donation of bodies, we have a lot of people who donate their bodies, willing to donate their bodies for our students, medical students, doctors, and everyone, to do studies on them, to learn, to do research on their body. So after we pass away, we can even be a greater me. That is by teaching doctors to save lives of others. So we are very thankful to all these silent mentors who willingly donate their bodies for medical purposes. So medical students are grateful to the contribution of these silent mentors and their families. They are the heroes of life. So this is also about life learning, not just practical learning, but is actually life learning from all these silent mentors. The support of the families is very important. We respecting the wish of the disease. This is what Master always teach Tzu Chi people, that we must go beyond ourselves. We can always do something and to help others, whether even when you're alive or even after death, you can still help and do something. So Tzu Chi outlook of life is our own will, our will of our lives. We want to do something. We want to contribute. We want to give back to the society. We respect life, and Tzu Chi people wants to have a meaningful life, and we are not scared of life and death. That is the greatest self that we are practicing every day. We learn to shrink our small self to no self. No self is the completion of the self-realization of our own life to make it a meaningful life. So we never complain, no regrets, and be no ignorance. We really thankful to the sky, to the land, and to really thank you everyone here. So thank you very much. So everything is about like thank you to the sky, thank you to the land, and thank you to everyone. That is very very touching. So in this short period of time sharing, we can hear all principal CEO sharing is so powerful about small self, big self, and no self. So we can see the power and the strength of how beautifully principle use these words and how to use the Dharma essence into sharing this knowledge to all of us is very, very touching. So even we need to be more mindful to listen and to learn from principle. Here, I want to take the opportunity to apologize to everyone because of the with our technical problem a little bit here. So yeah. So in the media here, like technical problem is happening, can happen all the time. Sometimes even though no matter how well we prepare, but then suddenly then there's some problems arise and we just have to carry on and
就是如我们执行长刚才讲的，无常是常，无常是常。
So let's just thank you our CEO, Principal Wang.
小我大我大无我慈济人的一个生命故事来回想。然后这边我们的广心林师姐就王执行长的演讲内容，既深且广，从小我大我到无我，让人听了简直是忘我。
Thank you for the CEO's sharing. This has made our influence our thinkings about that. We have received a lot from the CEO, and we receive a lot of good response. Thank you, Liuxiu, 师姐 Liuxiu, for the sharing.
那在这里也特别在介绍这样的一本书，希望常乐我净，如数我闻。而且这边在最后一个章
We have introduced 常乐我乐 for this book. It's very good.
篇就是短短的电影，但是阿板给他画的好可爱哦。
This is Sister Apan's drawings inside. This book is very easy to read and simple. Add another drawing on that.
请导播无照，好，我们热烈掌声感恩执行长哈。那画面上现在出现的是无照驾驶，无照驾驶，请大家搜寻 package。哎，如果你说 package 是什么，你赶快问周遭的人。
This is noise out
有更多种的一个选择。那无
照
驾驶跟我们慈济有什么关系？大有关系。这是我们大爱新闻主播团队为我们制播的。
This is a noise out that which organized by our I Radio I teams. Sister Tzu Chi has already organized this and lead on this. Sister Tzu Chi actually read a lot of books and try to share it out with our radio. There's 无照there's 无照驾驶 means that noise out.
可是借由访谈，我们有更多的一个时间点上，让我们去清楚明白，所以把这个很棒的节目无照驾驶 package。
This introduces noise out. Continues is this good youth send out this youth group. This 金师部队 is
早上好。那这个近视
Good morning to everyone.
延宕多时哦，因为中间被这个疫情所斩断了。可是我们的分享
because of the pandemics, some of our we have already stopped to come to do the sharing for a while. Then we come back again.
特别是刚刚又听到王执行长，然后Liuxiu师姑他们这样子成为我们教育的典范，真的是让人家觉得。
Today we have listened to CEO and all those good speakers to share about that. We also have our youth team to come and sharing. Actually, we want to share about the recycling educations.
周六早上的这个环保日，在凤山环保站，我们让年轻人实地去接触了环保，所以大家慢慢的在中间。
We actually have the every Saturday morning. We have in different in the recycle center to do the recycling. We try to promote 3R reuse.
非常盛大而且重要的活动，
Recycles
4月16号的青年岁末祝福奖金当代，另外一场是4月17号的环保普拉斯垃圾麦纳斯的。这2场活动，我们都运用大量的环保素材、环保美学，希望透过
From 16th of January, youth year-end blessings to 17-year April, we promote recycling plus minus waste, resulting in the favorites youth elements. What's this is 文青人数 means the youth for is now popular.
大家好，我是慧瑜。
Hello everyone. I am Huiyu.
那总结这些文青的风格呢，就是大家看到的那个。
This is actually we call 文青. I translate to youth. This is more this our style is more not fresh and lively.
其实它是可以多用途的哈，而且可以重复再利用。而且我们结合了这样子木做的方式呢，然后来带给那种比较年轻清新的感觉。
This demonstrates stage actually is a quite complicated style. And this display stand is actually done by some our recycling volunteer. Because of the complicated of the process, the young people and the brother and sister work together to complete it. This demonstrate stage can be put together with 4 long tables. Can be used for different events in futures. So fully utilize that object. In the event, we also will use different the decorations of flowers. So we actually use a recycled paper and plastic bag to make the decorations flowers. This is the recycling flowers. Prepare them, recycle plastic flowers and leaves. There are also some fresh flowers on that too. So please try to find the fresh flowers with us. Thank you, Sister Lilan. Also took her own treasures paper flowers and fruit bags to assist us in arranging these demonstrations stand together. Thank you very much for Sister Lilan. For the color, we try not to too fancy. We try to be very light and not too bright color. This actually is a waste-free market idea. That's really free market. In addition, not to use any money and no waste, it is also a free market. And anyone can come to the waste-free market to share what you have in addition to item, time, skill, knowledge, story, language, caring, and hearts also can be shared. So we try to promote no waste concept in this event. I try to introduce there is 8 different recycle center. The first one is Jingsi. Jingsi Recycle Center. Actually, these all recycles signboards. This is all the wrapping paper for the fruits. So we use that. There is the others 5 recycle center as well. They are you and the sister and brother try to work together to complete it. This is Kangsan Economy Awareness Center. The most beautiful stations, which is next to Da Ai Fan. is very good for the location. Is very good for picnic.
那环保站有好多的这个电线走，那因为原本电线走就是比较暗沉
，recycle
那我们就透过油漆呢，把这个色彩提升，然后让它明亮一些。
we try to paint it and get it there. This is actually the frame for the fan. Then we try to put it together.
环保站常有的网格架哈，都是可以拿来做陈列的。那接下来由依晨师姐来为我们介绍各个环保站。
我可以插播一下吗？慧宇，请挥挥手，让所有人认识一下，好不好？慧宇，请挥挥手哈。我为什么要这边特别的插播？就是我们在这边的有人看到，就是讲说这个简报好精美哦，就是慈济大专青年说好赞，美感与情境引导真是好重要，太赞了。
Hello， 慧宇，
慧宇做的。
Thank you. Your PowerPoint. This PowerPoint is made, actually is actually sister Hui is doing the PPT for this time.
所以我们在高雄金石堂环保站就做了一个免费自己的一个模型。然后呢，接下来就是到各站去说明免费自己要怎么布置。那其实布置有3个重点。
So actually, we have this waste-free market. How to design it?
然后再来就是要
there is 3 points that important. That one have to be save the energy and can get the resources in the recycle, and the other one is unique for every recycle center.
那这个是新墙环保站，其实新墙环保站也当天聚集了非常多人，在这个免费市集跟环保站，整个满满的人。那其实那一天我们到现场的时候，就是师姑已经布置好，在那边欣赏那个作品，感觉非常的好。其实，在
you have to
用
have to
的方式做一个整体化
align with the youth idea as well.
整个风格就展现得很年轻。这个是我们的主场凤山环保站。那
This is Fengshan Huanbaozhan, which is our main location.
凤山的特色，对。那因为师伯也收集了非常多的一些二手物品，所以我们把它整理出来之后，非常的琳琅满目。
We are more familiar with Fengshan's recycle center because we went there for every Saturdays.
那这个是人武环保站。
The original signboard was strengthened because of the material could be very firm fit.
那我们是不是来用这个输送带来呈现我们的免费市集？那整个把它
We
像一个小百货公司的一个花车。
We actually have a lot of these plastic bags. Then that day we discussed with our sisters and brothers. Then we try to put it as a florals displays car, so it's very fancy. This is Chen recycle center. Because Shenzhen's land is used, we use their existing tent as a waste-free market space. This Shenzhen Huanbao tents using move the stage and oil drum from the vegetables to the town. So we try to do it. Try to put second-hand item in the recycle in order to attract more people. The next one is Liuxiu Recycle Centers. This is a station that fuels humanity. Once you arrive at the door, you can see large-scale installations made by the volunteer. This is a big wind blowing made by the bicycles ties and water pipe, which to rotate where the winds blow. So beautiful. So that days we also find treasure. That days also have the green coat bottles, red coat bottles, and that's the next one is Kangshan 环保站 Kangshan Economy Awareness Center, the most beautiful recycle centers. So they use their they use string and the green empty bottles between to hang around the trees. The brother and then use thread to put together the work. Free market is really beautiful. This is Caesar 环保站, means Caesar Recycling Center. Actually, although this station is small, but it equips with all the facilities. It's very the cleanliness and awareness, tidiness is so made everyone happy. You can see green plants and humanity atmosphere everywhere. This is one of the video clip that we put it in the different video recording in different recycle center. We try to promote the recycling plus and minus waste. Well, they all have youth in the gather together to do the recycling in the these 8 different locations recycling center.
是的，这就是我们这个年轻人所用的这个创意跟环保美学哈。我们希望说
This is what youth have the idea of more new designs, new style of that.
那当然，我们的大爱感恩科技已经耕耘了这么久，也是秉持这个理念。所以说，年轻人
we are trying to recycle and maintain the life of the objects. Let's save our Mother Earth by doing this recycle.
所以来喊一下好不好？来，你喊环保 plus。哦，你们是这样哦 ，plus，OK， 环保 plus。
This is a recycle plus.
minus， 好，再一次，所有的家人
waste minus。
然后呢，垃圾 minus， 好，你来一起来。
来，环保
Let's call ours. This is our slogan. Recycle plus and waste minus. Let's put our recycling into action. Our one of the audience say that this is the youth is very powerful. This is all the yesterday is a mid autumn festival. This is all our new tea, and then we have different multi-grain biscuits. So you can all try to get it from our bookstore. Don't we won't say much about the Jingsi herbal tea. You all will listen a lot about the Jingsi herbal tea. Next week we have African Tzu Chi volunteer, Sister Yuan Archie, and then we have China Changzhou Sister Wu Zihua as well. And then we have the technologies, our colleagues from Brother Chen for that, for the use how to use technology to spread Dharma. Yesterday, although yesterday is mid-autumn festival, we also have a trial run yesterday afternoon. But today, what happened today is really a bit disappointed. Sorry about that. Let's stand, and we will bounce together. First bounce, second bounce, and third bounce. Thank you.